host Heather Dawson, and welcome to Coast. While Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley are noted for being the home to many great golf courses, we take a short drive to the north as J.R. Ibarra takes us to a rather unique course in the desert community of Yucca Valley.
Golfing in the low desert of Southern California is usually thought of with the many great courses in and around the Palm Springs area. But just a short drive north can give you a very unique experience out on the fairways.
So Hawks Landing Golf Club was a dream of my parents to resurrect an abandoned golf course that was here back in the day. It was called Blue Skies Country Club. It was an 18-hole course that we refashioned as a 12-hole course with two 6-hole loops to design a little bit more comfortable day of golf. It was my parents' dream to do that for our community, for their economy. Communities without a golf course don't have great economy. So we started over on a course that was abandoned for 7 years and brought back to life.
While the layout might be a bit different with its two 6-hole courses, Hawks Landing is meant to be a very player-friendly course where someone can easily get in a round of 6 or play a loop and get in a full 18 holes.
Hawks Landing is a 12-hole hybrid course. My grandpa built it, and it's actually funny, there are a couple more 12-hole hybrid courses now. Jack Nicklaus did a few builds of it, but we were kind of one of the first. And he wanted to design it as a friendlier play. So it's a 12-hole loop, or a 12-hole course with two 6-hole loops. The total yardage from the tips, I want to say, is about 6,200. So you get to play every club. You get to still play. It's not an executive course by any means. So yeah, our typical green fees, we're very, very affordable. Our typical green fees are about $45, and we don't have a season. We don't charge extra for season. Being in the area we're in too, we knew that we can't charge La Quinta prices. We are not La Quinta, we are Yucca Valley. So we're trying to make it affordable and make people who maybe never got into golf because of the expense be able to come out and enjoy a game of golf for less than $100, which is kind of our goal.
The location of Hawks Landing places it as an entry point to the world-famous Joshua Tree National Forest, so the course will see plenty of visitors from abroad, along with golfers from the Coachella Valley who are seeking a much cooler climate during the summer months.
You know, Yucca Valley is primarily a retail center of the Morongo Basin, but our little corner of the world here is the only green spot, or one of the few green spots, and it is very well attended by tourists. Our Canadians and our winter visitors are wonderful. They come up here. So it brings people from the low desert up who don't want to golf in the 120-degree weather.
To find out more information or to book a tee time, head on over to the course website at hawkslandinggolf.com. From the California Mojave Desert in Yucca Valley, this is J.R. Ibarra for Coast to Coast.
And coming up next, eco-activist Heather Morris of Glee shares Earth Day inspirations and the importance of genetic testing, plus the secret weapon for the vocal coach to the stars. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Heather Morris, who is best known for her starring role on the TV show Glee and Dancing with the Stars, is also an active environmentalist and eco-activist. She talks with Elise just in time for Earth Day.
Hi everyone, this is Elise with Coast to Coast, and each year Earth Day, April 22nd, raises awareness about protecting the Earth for future generations. Joining us today is actress and eco-activist Heather Morris to share timely information about environmentally friendly products. And what is something simple that anyone can do to help for Earth Day?
Yeah, little conscious changes in your home can make a big difference. So turning to cold washing with Tide, that's an easy eco habit to kick off this Earth Month. It's also just, it's a great way to save money, and it just helps your clothes last longer. It is hard to change a habit when you're really not sure if it will work, but that's why Tide is created. specifically to deliver a great clean in cold water, making the sustainable choice the easy choice. Tide has been on a journey to reduce the climate impact of laundry. They have set a goal to turn 75% of loads to cold by 2030.
And what are some other unique ways to support Earth Day and the environment?
Well, if you're anything like me, you love to travel, and more of us are looking for ways to go green. So I personally recommend finding lodging that does that same thing. Travelodge by Wyndham is all about sustainability, including an ongoing commitment to preserve our nation's parks. In fact, more than 75% of all Travelodge hotels are less than an hour's drive from a national park, making it the perfect base camp for your next adventure. They are currently running a great Earth Day deal where you can get 20% off when you stay 2 nights or more. Check out Travelodge.com for all those details.
And what impact does the food supply have on the environment?
Did you know that 38% of all food in the U.S. goes unsold or uneaten, and a lot of it due to outdated grocery standards? Misfits Market is an online grocery store on a mission to reduce that food waste, and they're making shopping for sustainable, high-quality groceries easier and more affordable. They deliver organic produce, quality meats and seafood, plant-based proteins, pantry staples, dairies, and quality brands you and I both love. Misfits Market helps save an average of 500,000 pounds of food per week, so consumers can feel good about supporting their mission. We love that.
And what are some environmentally friendly ways to save energy and money?
Well, a great way to help save money on your energy bills and also just help protect the planet in general is Savant Power. A Savant Power system allows you to store solar energy or even inexpensive energy from your utility company and use it to power your home and charge your car each day when energy prices are spiking. Plus, it can be used to provide clean power to your home if there is a blackout. So in some parts of the country, Savant Power users, they're already saving hundreds of dollars on their monthly bills. To learn more and get started, visit savant.com.
Awesome. Well, that was my last question. So thank you so much, Heather. It was so great meeting you.
If you need more information, visit tipsontv.com.
Everybody, I'm here today, Elise, with my sister Ava. Welcome back to the Angel Baby Show. And today we have a very special guest, Siobhan Fallon Hogan. You may know her from movies like Men in Black and Forrest Gump, as well as shows like SNL and Seinfeld. I'm so excited to have you today. Welcome in.
Thank you so much, Elise. And hi, Ava. I didn't get to meet you 2 years ago, but I'm really happy to be on your show.
Hi, thank you for coming in.
I love that you're a family affair. My movie Shelter in Solitude is a big family affair. It's my husband's the producer, my son is a producer, and he's also in it and the music supervisor. And my daughter, Sinead, is 21, and she's a production designer, and she's an actress in it as well. So I love working with family, and obviously you two do as well.
Would you like to share a little bit more about what inspired you to write this film specifically, and how it's a little different from Rushed, or how it's similar to Rushed?
Absolutely. My dad and I were really, really close. He was really funny, but tough. He kind of like a big, tall Tip O'Neill. People always said Bill Fallon should take it on the road. He was so funny. He was an attorney. And so he represented a lot of prisoners. And so he would tell us about them at the dinner table. And I was kind of fascinated. I was also afraid. Sometimes I'd go to bed at night and be like, uh-oh, I hope they don't come in the house. And so, but he also wanted me to be a country singer. So when I finished Rushed around May 1st, I was in bed, of course not sleeping, thinking, hope the movie does well, Rushed. And this idea came to me. I thought, what if a guy's on death row and a washed-up country singer becomes his prison guard? And then I said, wait a minute, I have to get Robert Patrick in it. Robert Patrick from The Terminator, Walk the Line, who played my husband in Rushed. So I was like, he could be the warden. So literally the next morning I got up and I looked at the piece of paper that I scribbled down, like when people do when they have a dream or something. And I said, I'm gonna write this. And it came out in 3 weeks. I think it was a miracle.
Were there any specific roles or people that you I feel like a lot of actors, when they're taking on a role, they think of someone in mind that they're trying to embody. Was there anyone you were kind of impersonating at all, or?
Well, it is hilarious at my stage of the game because some of my close friends think that they've still got it, and believe me, they don't. And they will try to rock a dress that is no business. My mother used to be like, kids, now look at that woman. Imagine her thinking she could pull that dress off. For in the movie, I'm like showing a little too much cleavage, a little kind of gross, fleshy. Like I got the long eyelashes on and doing the hair up and wearing the high heels. Like she thinks she's got it going on and she does not.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you. You're lucky to get to work together. And nice seeing you again.
Yes.
All right, toodaloo.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye, angel babies.
Bye.
And coming up next, learn about the cowboy way. And it's time for the YMCA. Plus, why your car is a big investment and dismissing Asian stereotypes. All this and more when we come back. Don't go away. Your car is a big investment, and everyone wants to have it perform at a high level. J.R. Ibarra has some more insight on how to make it happen.
Everybody likes to get a little extra performance out of their car, but all too often many might think that it means digging deep into the bank account and bolting on that performance part. Well, hold on just a minute. Getting that power edge can be as easy as opening up a can and pouring in some liquid performance, and that's where Boostane can come into play. Most of us are stuck with low to moderate levels of octane at our local gas station. Octane is the rating of a fuel's ability to prevent issues with pre-combustion, which can rob you of horsepower if that rating is too low. And that's where Boostane can help come to the rescue. Boostane comes with 3 different products that can meet whatever your application might be. For the everyday driver, Boostane Shot can simply help boost octane numbers by 2 to 3 points. It can be used for motorcycles and small engines and is street legal. Boostane Premium kicks it up a notch with increasing octane levels up to 100 and is best used in luxury and street performance applications. And Boostane Professional is to be used only in racing and off-road applications, as it can increase octane levels up to 116, but it's not street legal. To find out more info, head on over to boostane.com to see what product will best suit your application. And you can also get the convenient mixing calculator to see how you can help get your desired results. In our own little impromptu independent testing, we tried it for both the street and track applications and felt a very significant difference. So getting that extra power for your car can be as easy as opening up some liquid performance with Boostane. Doing a little motoring here on Coast to Coast. This is J.R. Ibarra.
It's called the model minority myth, and many say it's harmful. What is it? A myth based on stereotypes that all Asian American kids are successful in their studies and can even include the ability to provide for higher education. Here's more.
APIA Scholars is an organization that has been giving out scholarships with the majority of the recipients coming from at or below poverty level and as first-generation college students.
Our community is 25 million strong. We are one of the fastest growing communities in the United States. We have over 48 different ethnic groups, and we speak over 300 different languages, if you can believe that. So we're a very distinct, vibrant, and diverse group.
Even though they have given over $150 million in scholarships, they were only able to award money to 6% of the total applicants. So there is a tremendous need out there that is still unmet.
It really is a myth that we're all doing great. As Asians, we're all the same, we're a monolith, and we're all very successful, graduating from Ivy League colleges, getting great jobs.
So far, a little over 8,500 scholarships have been awarded. Go to apiascholars.org to find out more.
Learn why and the YMCA Kids Day. For over 3 decades, the YMCA has hosted Healthy Kids Day at locations across the country to celebrate and teach healthy habits to kids and their families. Here to highlight what's new with this year's event is Heidi Brasher.
I'm Evelyn with Coast to Coast, and for 3 decades, the YMCA has hosted Healthy Kids Day across the country to celebrate and teach healthy habits to kids and families. Here to highlight what's new this year is Heidi Brasher, Senior Director with the YMCA. Thanks for joining us today, Heidi.
Thank you so much for having me.
So why does the YMCA hold Healthy Kids Day each year?
YMCAs across the country have been holding Healthy Kids Day since 1992. It's so important for us to focus on the health and well-being of kids in communities across the nation. We want to do things like inspire healthy habits, get kids active and playing. We're also hoping to inspire a lifelong love of physical activity through Healthy Kids Day and other activities at the Y.
What are some key issues that this day addresses?
We know that happy, healthy, and engaged kids are an important part of our communities. Healthy Kids Day is a time for us to focus on the physical health of kids, but also the mental well-being of youth. We know that both of those are important as we think about kids and their success in our communities.
What types of activities will we see, and is there anything new this year?
Yeah, each YMCA is going to host a list of fun activities that the entire family can be engaged in. Whether it's a fun run or a family group exercise class, kids can try sports of all kinds, games and activities, healthy cooking demonstrations, and much, much more. It is really a festival atmosphere in Healthy Kids Day, and there's something for the entire family. This year, we're super excited. We have a national partner in peanuts. We love that Snoopy is a Beagle Scout. He loves camping and all things outdoors. And they're really helping the YMCA increase access to our summer camp programs for kids across the nation.
So what is important about the mission of YMCA?
We know that every kid has potential. We want to come around and support parents and communities as we nurture that potential of our kids. We know that Healthy Kids Day is a great start to that, but we can provide that support all year round. And that's why we talk about it on Healthy Kids Day, but we do the work really every day at the YMCA.
This day looks absolutely incredible. Where can we go to find more information?
Check out ymca.org/HKD. There you can find your local YMCA, see the list of activities that they're hosting, and find out how you can get engaged in Healthy Kids Day.
Again, I'm Evelyn with Coast to Coast. Thank you so much for joining us today, Heidi.
Thank you so much.
The importance of genetic testing in breast cancer and beyond. Uncover how inherited BRCA mutations may increase your family's risk of developing breast cancer and impact treatment eligibility. Here's J.R. Ibarra.
Today we are diving into the important topic of genetic testing in breast cancer. I recently sat down with Dr. Joanne Mortimer, an oncologist at the City of Hope Comprehensive Cancer Center, and breast cancer survivor Jessica, who shares her story.
Celebrities like Angelina Jolie and Christina Applegate have been vocal about their breast cancer diagnoses after inheriting the BRCA1 gene. Genetic testing can identify inherited mutations such as those in the BRCA genes that increase the risk of breast cancer.
The BRCA genes are genes that you inherit from your parents, from both of them. And when these genes function normally, they help old cells and dying cells repair normally. When there is a defect in the repair of cells, there's a risk that these cells may go haywire and develop cancer. And so having a mutation in the BRCA genes is associated with an increased risk of cancer, a number of different types of cancers, but 1 out of 10 breast cancers is associated with a mutation in the BRCA gene.
Dr. Mortimer emphasizes the importance of knowing your family history. Testing positive for a BRCA mutation means there's up to a 70% chance of developing breast cancer by age 80. As Jessica highlights, early detection is key.
If you have breast cancer, someone in your family has breast cancer, and you're curious about your own status, then I would absolutely say talk to your doctor. It's okay to be afraid, but I would, hopefully you can find some comfort in talking to your doctor about it, and then see what's best for you.
After a challenging year of treatment, Jessica shares where she is now in her breast cancer journey.
But I'm doing really well now. After a few surgeries, I'm on some medication, but meeting with my doctors regularly. I'm active, I'm traveling. Overall, pretty happy.
To learn more about BRCA testing and how it can impact different cancer treatments, visit www.bebrcaaware.com. For Coast to Coast, I'm Lisa Spalla.
And that's it for us. Please don't forget to follow us online at coasttocoast.tv. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.